Hey y'all, I love this new microphone, I'm telling you. It's a microphone slash headset. I have wanted one of these things for fucking eternity. Um, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Um, it totally does not distort my voice on here. I have so much shit I need to tell you guys. It is January 20th, 2015. Bear with me. I'm coming right back. So, I would love a show of hands. How many of you do not know how much I despise text? So, with that point being made, how many of you are still texting me? Note, and I do mean heavy, worst fucking period of my entire life. I honestly believe that I'm going through menopause. I have used an entire fucking box of super absorbent tampons, and under normal circumstances, I do not have a bad period. It lasts for maybe 3 days, and there's not even hardly any blood. But now I am experiencing fucking blood clots. Uh, Seriously, a fucking attitude swing that I would not wish on my worst fucking enemy. Horrible. So, as I fix my microphone, endings, 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 endings. I'm going to tell you that the ebb and flow of life is nothing to fuck around with. We all experience moments in time where we have all kinds of money and everything is going our way, and then that shit comes to a complete halt, and you have no money, you're having to borrow money, nothing is going your way. Yeah, that would be a new moon. Or the days leading up to a new moon, which actually is 2 days before the new moon. 2 days after the new moon, it may still have its effect. Today, like I said, is January 20th, 2015. It is a new moon as of today. The sun itself has slipped into the sign of Aquarius. As such, something is inspiring me to tell you guys. Of course, you all know that I am a witch, not a Wiccan. There is a huge difference. I come from an entire family of witches. But I have, as I have said before, 5 degrees in different subjects. I will tell you what those are. They are a culinary degree, a journalism degree, a metaphysical degree, which is, metaphysics is the art of everything outside of normal earthly physics. Tarot cards, the I Ching, astrology, all of that kind of thing. All the weird shit. Ghosts. I have a degree in every bit of that. And trust me when I say none of these were easy to accomplish. Number 4, I don't think I mentioned journalism. If I did mention journalism, oops. I have a hard time going through this. I'm very bored so easily. It is ridiculous. I have a landscaping degree, which means that I'm a landscape architect. I can design the most immaculate landscape you have ever laid your eyes on. In fact, most of the houses you've driven by that have immaculate gardens and scenery around them, that is the kind of work that I do. And I'm working on my law degree to become an attorney. So proceeding forward, I I am going to explain a little bit about astrology to you guys. I'm going to update you on the most recent events in my life. As usual, I'll tell you guys a little secret. Being a witch is no small thing. I can think of something and it occurs almost instantly, usually within 3-day time frame. Around new moons, like today, or full moons, like 2 weeks from now, it takes absolutely no time at all. I can think of something and it will happen immediately. If I want to bring something into my life or banish something, it happens almost immediately. I thought of a few things yesterday, and it's been less than 24 hours, and they are already happening. Witches and Wiccans are totally different. Not that I hold anything against Wiccans, because they're trying. My sister yesterday, for the first time in a fucking month, she proceeds to tell me that I'm my mother's favorite, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You live with our mother, so it's obvious that you're her favorite. I'm not even going to get in this fucking argument with you. But at any rate, my nephew was here as well, and I taught him a few magical things. He is utterly confused about what to do. People do not understand that a gift that is given to you from a long line of people, anyone can learn how to do magic. But when it's forced on you, that is not something that you have any kind of control over. It is almost like alcoholism or drug abuse. Shit is set in your fucking DNA. I have dreams, and they're not just dreams. The shit comes fucking true. It's very, and trust me when I say anyone can have those dreams. Everyone at some point in time has had a deja vu moment. That is exactly, imagine living that daily. Or you think something and it happens. Or you want something and you actually get it. It's, no. When they say, or whoever came up with the cliche, be careful what you wish for, they meant that. Anything that you wish for, if you cannot pay a bill and you are worried about the fact that you cannot pay that bill, you're not going to be able to pay the bill. But if you say pretty much to yourself, I don't fucking care, whatever, it'll be taken care of, then it'll be taken care of. Believe me, magic fucking works. And I do not know why more people do not attach themselves to magical principles, or if you don't want to call it magic, call it whatever the hell you want to call it. But you're ultimately controlling your own universe. You, personally, are a star in your own universe. Who the fuck tells stars what to do? No one. Except God. Almighty. That's it. If God says burn out, you're pretty much burned out. God does not do that to human beings. We were created for a specific reason. If I were trained quite well in astrology and astronomy, I would say instead of looking up at the stars, look out around you at all the stars. Each individual human being is a star. I can honestly say that some of them I don't even want to fucking deal with. And those are the stars that they will burn themselves out or be put out by God. But for the most part, each and every one of us is a star. So instead of seeing people as people who get on your fucking nerves or who are your best friend look around and view them as stars. Favor. God did us a huge favor by letting us each individually be our own star. We do not have to do any work whatsoever. The only thing you have to do as far as work is even remotely concerned is to know that everything is always going to be okay. It took a long time for me to see that. I'm still, sometimes I question, and then I realize that everything that I want, everything that I need is going to be taken care of. Someone at work is giving you a difficult time, when someone at school is giving you a difficult time, trying to bully you, do whatever. When a bill collector is giving you a difficult time, when your family is giving you a difficult time, when people are talking shit about you behind your back, your one main duty is to not even acknowledge the fact that that is happening. That is their issue. If my cable internet company is giving me a hard time saying, we're turning your cable off, this, that, and the other, there's a reason for that. Actually, that's a perfect example because my cable was recently turned off and I just signed up for cable internet. Is the day that I woke up and had no internet, I called the company and explained to them what was going on, and they told me that unless they could receive this small fee, that I would not have cable internet. At that moment in time, I realized what my future was to hold. Up and unto this new moon, and new moons are a reset period, I knew that God was going to start negating things from my life. So, of the exes who have contacted me over the past few days, over my cable internet that has been snatched off, it's all about endings. Let the shit end, and do not be concerned about the next step. After the new moon, you can be concerned about the next step, but it's nothing to even be concerned about. The whole point in a new moon is to press a reset button within you. That is it. That's it. And it's going to happen. So, the way you handle that is disacknowledge the fact that it's happening. It takes some time, but when shit starts falling out of your life, like, I suppose a good analogy would be everything that you value in your life, imagine it at a new moon jumping off of a cliff that is into the ocean below. It's being swept away from you. Friends will betray you. That is how you tell who your true friends are. Anything that happens around a new moon, you should focus on, because those are the things in your life that you do not need, yet you are valuing too much. Honestly, going to take about one more of you out there in my viewing community, or one more person who's not even in my viewing community, who is more than likely on a networking site that I am on, to tell me how gorgeous I am. If I were so gorgeous, I do not see that. And I'm just a very honest person. I try to take care of myself and keep clean and keep my home clean so I do not contract some kind of crazy fucking illness. I do not see that beauty. I do not even care about that at all. Well, no. I hear every single day how fucking gorgeous I am, and I don't even care. And guys, I'm assuming are getting to the point where they realize that I don't care, because they will simply say, I know you hear this every day. And I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious with this bullshit? I mean, come on, people. I do not give two shits about beauty. Trust me, I'm picky about the men that I hang out with. And it's not just on an attractiveness level. It's on a, do you have a fucking brain? Are you mature? All of those things add up. You could be ugly as a fucking dog and hang out with me and be completely genius, and I'm not even gonna realize that you're ugly as a fucking dog. I do not see that kind of shit. A lot of people do not know how to deal with me because of that. Honestly, my roommate, or my tenant, I suppose I should say, told me last night that some of the people that I most recently thought were my friends were talking shit about me. Here is a perfect example for you out there. I do not give two fucks what someone else says about me. I do not care. The only person who I care about judging me is God. That is it. I do not give a fuck what my mother, or my sister, or my friends, or my acquaintances, or the rocks beneath my feet, or my next door neighbors, or the grass outside, or my trees think of me. I do not give a fuck. I do not have to answer to them. In the end, I have to answer to God. If I am doing something wrong, God will let me know. Believe me, God will let you know. You do not have to be concerned about that. Your intuition that each and every one of us has will let you know whether or not you're doing something wrong. Is telling me, my tenant is telling me that these people are talking shit about me. And I'm like, I don't fucking care. And this is how stupid humanity is. He is literally convinced, or was, before I had a discussion with him, that what they were saying was true about me. That I'm a compulsive liar and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, how can I be a compulsive liar when I don't even fucking speak to you ever? I never even talked to you, so what have I lied about? And I have nothing to lie about. Rationalized to him, do you not think it's funny that the few people who have told you this, are the ones that you have actually caught being compulsive liars because they cannot deal with the truth? That made him think. Thank God. Because I'm like, dude, these people who are telling you things about me, they are what you call haters. They cannot stand for someone to be able to tell the truth all the time. So, what are they going to do? They're going to turn their fucking back on that person, and that's just the way this fucking world works. You have got to look past those people. You have known me for 6 months. In fact, there's a lot of things that you know more about me than most of the guys that I date do. You live with me, so... And he interrupts and is like, yeah, and I'm like, well, they tell me all kinds of things about you. My roommate or tenant, whatever, is not the most pleasant looking of people. I have heard he is inbred. I have heard blah, 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 and that shit washes straight off of my back. I see people at face value. If you are lying to me, I fucking know you're lying. It's that simple. There is not a person on this globe that can look me in the face and try to lie to me that I do not know is lying. There is not one person on this globe who tries to deceive me that I I just overlook the shit. I will listen to your lies and not say a word. I will follow along beside you with your deception. Hell, I love living in a fantasy world just as much as the fucking next person. If you want to fucking lie to me about shit and deceive me, fine. I'll play right along with you. But the point is, I'm not crazy for doing that. Those are the crazy motherfuckers. And karma is going to come back on them. And in the back of my mind the entire time they are lying or deceiving, that is exactly what I'm thinking. So if you want to call me out for being deceptive because I do that, then yes, I'm being somewhat deceptive. Because I will look you straight in the face and know that you're lying and being deceptive. And you will know that you were lying and being deceptive. And I don't care. Do what you need to do. Because I'm doing what I need to do. I am not lying to people. I'm trying to find a love of my life. I have no reason to fucking lie to anyone about anything. You all see that I get online and send this shit out into an entire globe. What is there to lie about? There is not a single individual in my life that has ever been in my life that has not thrown me away like a piece of fucking trash, that does not come back and apologize profusely, some even on their hands and their knees, begging me to come back into their life. And I will simply say to these people, have you fixed yourself yet? Have you seen that everything that I had told you unfolded? Have you seen that I didn't want you to lie to me for a reason, because it's causing this agony inside of you. I do not want to see another person lie or be deceitful, because it hurts them. I'll be the first one to tell you guys, and you know me, I'm a fucking spiritual leader. An Amazon princess, I suppose. Whatever. Hang on. My ex is... Right, it's getting darker and darker and darker. As you can clearly see, that wasn't my ex. That happens to be some new guy that I was trying to talk to, and I would love for you men to tell me what the fuck is going on with y'all. Why is it so very impossible for you guys to make a fucking decision? I mean, it is your lot in life. That and the fact that your eyebrows grow together and we can't wax them off because you're just assholes like that. At any rate, why is it that a man cannot make a fucking decision? We kind of count on you as women. We as women count on you to do that. And when you are like, I don't know what I want to do, I don't know what I want to do, we're like, what the fuck are you seriously? And men think they run the fucking world. Can you hear that shit coming out of the president's mouth? I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to blow this fucking country up or exchange mangoes with them or whatever. We as women do not put up with that shit coming out of a fucking man's mouth. I mean, we're like, what? Seriously? And y'all motherfuckers run the world? I love a man that can't make a fucking decision sometimes. Because then I can tell him what the hell to do. If he's touching the wrong spot or doing whatever. This motherfucker's like, I don't know if I need to take a bath. I need to take a bath. I need to get my stuff together. I'm having a hard time. Motherfucker, we are all having a goddamn hard time. This is the United States of America. This is the globe called Earth. There is not a person on this earth, I don't care how much money they have, we all go through hard times. That is a new moon for you. I'm going to explain to y'all what that means, by the way. There's a new moon. What that means is that the earth is directly between the sun and the moon. When there is a full moon, that means the moon is directly between the earth and the sun. So you have, and I may have said that wrong. Sorry. At any rate, that is the whole gist of the entire situation. Okay. And I have explained this to people. Being a spiritual psychiatrist, if you can imagine, and it blows my mind that people say that they do not believe in astrology, but I myself am imagining this right now. That's why I have my eyes closed. If you can sit there in your chair or on your couch and imagine that the moon that revolves around this earth that we live on controls the waves of the ocean. That is what controls the waves of our oceans. That is why there is a high tide and there is a low tide. Depending upon what the moon is doing, depends upon whether or not and where on this globe certain wave effects in the oceans are happening. That is like a magnet. If you put a positive and a negative part of a magnet together, then they attach to one another. If you turn one piece the opposite direction, then they repel one another. If you have never done that, if you have no idea what kinetic energy even is, then you need to try that. That is how very strong, that is why Earth sits in the solar system that it does and revolves around a sun, because of that magnet effect. That is simple science. But a lot of people do not know that. And I feel sorry for those people. Each planet has that same magnetic attraction, which revolves around our biggest magnet, the sun. Each planet has an effect on the sun because of the sun, and on each other planet. For instance, the planet Mercury, the planet Venus, the planet Mars, they all have a certain resistance to the sun, and as their resistance passes through the planet Earth, that is what causes or creates astrology. Those planets move through individual signs or star alignments, which is a group of stars that you can't deny they exist. You can look up in the heavens and see the Big Dipper. When planets pass through that, certain things happen. Because of their magnetism, it changes their magnetism. It changes the way that they react to the pull of the sun upon them. We have meteor showers every fall or autumn. There's a reason for that. It is a very complex thing to wrap your mind around. But they can say Pluto is not a planet all day long. Pluto may not be a planet. Who cares? The point is, in astrology, and this is why astrologers are fighting for Pluto to remain a planet, is the effect of that body and what it has on us who live here on planet Earth. It is all about magnets. And any magnet genius out there who knows anything about electricity or magnets or simple kinetic energy science will understand what I'm talking about. in layman's terms, is what I just described these things to you in. It is as simple as our orb, the moon, controlling our waves. How do you think that happens? How do you think astrology could not possibly exist when you can see pure evidence of the fact that it does? Like I have said before, God did not put us here on this globe of earth to be miserable. God did not put you on this earth to worry about a fucking bill. God did not put you on this earth to worry about a debt that you may owe to a collector, another human being. Honey, I will give away money like the shit burns a fucking hole through my pocket. Money and the giving of it creates an energy. Everything on this earth is made up of energy. First of all, money doesn't even really fucking exist. $1 is not even worth a fucking dollar anymore. That is where you find inflation and deflation and all of that shit with economics. $1 does not even fucking exist as a dollar. It is a piece of fucking paper. And honestly, people who create money, that's why the government tries so fucking hard to design new monies, because people are counterfeiting monies. I don't blame them, because honestly, I see that as the truth. These people are creating a piece of nothing and using it for some kind of gain out of something that, had they used the real piece of whatever money, a $10 bill for instance, what can you buy with $10 anymore? Nothing. So why not fake it? It doesn't even fucking exist to begin with. It is a complete illusion. Yes, money talks. But why does money talk? If my money could talk, it would say, listen bitch, I don't even fucking exist. So none of these bills that you have exist. None of this bullshit that is going on really exists. What really exists is God. And when you focus on God, you do not have to worry about those little pieces of paper that mean absolutely fucking nothing. Because God does mean something. You don't have to worry about those little pieces of paper. Bank loans, all that interest that doesn't even fucking exist. It's money borrowed from nowhere. How do you borrow money from nowhere? If I ask a friend to loan me $5 and I say, I will give you this $5 back tomorrow, yes, I give their $5 fake dollars back to them tomorrow. We may as well be using fucking monopoly money. And trust me when I say, when I go through, I don't eat a lot of fast food, but where I go to the McDonald's drive-thru and hand them a $5 piece of monopoly money, that is exactly the same thing as what you are handing them whenever you hand them a $5 note, a $5 bill. It's no different.